All right, back in early to mid January. We're here at the end of the first week of the Allied Final Tournament, and here we've been having some great games going on for a Friday, and pretty much ever since the early afternoon. So now we were just in some games. I won a Germ game. Hey, it magic things happen. Waffen won his first Russian game. So big things are happening today. I was in the Russia slot. Gunnar asked if I could sit this one. I think they're getting warmed up for a match. So I think after this one we're gonna have a match. And right now we have Goliath Germany, Chris as Italy, Napoleon as Spain, and then on the Allies we have Penny as UK, Waffen here as France, and then Lurker at his coveted Norway position, and then Gunnar, who we tagged out. He wanted to give Chris a good run for his money, and here he goes with a quick 6 tank. We're going to see the bunks. They are going up. The 2 Italian bunks already loaded, and the German bunks are made and will be loaded momentarily. We're just waiting for them to be loaded. So a little bit slow on that, and that's good on Gunnar. So anytime you can get in before the bunkers are loaded, here you're able to do some damage. And with this one, that's 3 bunkers destroyed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make that 4 bunkers destroyed with a 6 tank, and you're able to pull 3 tanks out. Extremely successful. So that's what you're going for if you're doing a 6 tank strategy. And then your second hit is going to be huge. Look at his income at 3,400. You're going to watch that go way down. He's going to get up to 200, 200 as quick as possible before the next trigger. That's what you want to do. Look at this income going down. Look at the man count going up. Meanwhile, solid bulks attack. Tanks defending up high against German tanks. Kills at 45. So decent hold here by Waff. He's just going to want to micro his tanks a little bit more. Maybe try to get him on the other side of the bunker if he can. It's going to be difficult as both countries are pretty going up. And Napoleon right there. Lots of troops left. It's going to give him options to be aggressive here as Spain. So we're going to be interesting to see what Napoleon has got planned. He's got 1 drop, but his starport destroyed. So either Penny or Waff did an early drop on Napoleon. So no possible early drop available. And in his position, what you can do is generally I would like to make sure to stack east for this next big attack that Gunnar's going to do at 255 here. So I would be sure not to be seen here. Keep some Marines here to protect, and then send the rest over east is probably what would be best. Here's the starport getting rebuilt. It should be ready to be able to lock up Med. Med is being defended, so this is going to be extremely interested by Penny to see him put a couple of... Oh, that's not Penny, it's Waff. Nice heads-up play, Waff. I don't see this very often. And he's getting ready for the tournament as well. Is there going to be some kind of possible med holds? I know there was a little bit of med pressure early on in the tournament. It didn't go so well. So we're going to have to see how, if this unfolds a little bit into the games 9. It will be the next game to be played. Currently 8 is the last one and has not been casted yet. Neither is game 6, but 5 and 7 have been casted on the YouTube channel. Here the Russian attack coming in with Lurker. He's going hard because Gunnar had a good initial attack, and he's got this 255 here. Great wave. He's spreading out across the entire map. He's going to want to file up towards these BCs as soon as he knocks out these bunkers. Waff trading with the German BCs and with the Messers. Not many Messers left, but still a fair bit of BCs, enough to be an issue. And good amount of Axis tanks still remaining, and solid hit. Yeah, very solid hit. Just a large amount of troops thrown at the east, and that's the Russian Norway combo. Got this bunker up at the top here, 50 health, slowly decreasing. Germany does have 2,400, and he does have SCVs here, so it'd be interesting to see if he notices that. Pretty important. If you're Italy and you see this, yell at your Germany to go heal this. He's building a fortification. This one's gonna go heal. Nope, he's not. He's not gonna notice. Just a little bit of a messed up there. But he will be able to rebuild the wall. Lots of cash left. So med being able to be taken. Lots of time left, 3 minutes. Looks like the guys are getting excited to possibly have another match. But Napoleon could be doing something else. He does have 3 minutes, so he could be trying a strategy. He does see that his scouts have been cleared out, so we're going to see what he's going to try. He doesn't have time to go wells, and some Russian mines here, so that's a little bit different from Gunner. I like it. Science vessel, peeking out, seeing that he can win the air battle, so that's where the scout helps. Napoleon being very smart about how he's engaging this. Just cleared out Atlantic. Ghost being made by Penny, so he's getting ready. Mine's getting down from Lurker. He should be yelling at his UK to lift this command center out of the way. Now air getting traded once again. Unfortunately not a good trade for Napoleon. He knocked out the Norwegian Air Force, but then just left his air there for scouts, and the RAF cleaning that up. So nice swing over for the Allies. Just needs to poke with his tank, so that was for France. So he's trying to give a little bit of advice, but bunkers being made. This is a made bunker. This is a made bunker. No, this one is. These are the two. They're gonna not good mines here. If you know, there's don't. He wants to build a bunker there. All right, there we go. There's some good teamwork, and then mines get it for the next attack here. Love it. These are good for drops as well. So if France comes with a drop and a head-on attack, that if you have mines in and around your bunkers, when the drop men drop, then it'll just completely clear out the first wave. Go. Waff seeing this, and it's just like, ah, shit. Friggin' Bolo. Friggin' Goliath. You'll say friggin' Goliath behind here. Extremely safe, but they have the cash. Goliath does at least. Here's the air. This is going to be more than enough to take out the ground, and tanks quickly get out. Ground gets reinforced, and no longer can Germany I don't think he should send into this, but that's my opinion. Just 12. 1 damaged. This isn't smart to wait for the air, Italy here. Now you send them in. Send them all the air. Just trying to kill the SCV. Lurker's trying to make a drop play. Gunner's set up to go high. He won't like it, and Lurker will not like if he drops in this area. Troops here, tanks high, reserves. Maybe these are loaded, maybe not. Here they go. Meanwhile, drops are here, BCs are here. They just saw the defenses here being Yamato, so they know exactly where the BCs are. So great attack here by Gunner. He's going to be able to knock out most of this wall before the BCs get there. So that's his timer, is he knows they've got to come from Africa. And here the tanks are getting dropped. It looked like a fail para drop. He's able to get a good mass here, but I think he wanted to drop back here. And that way you trap the tanks in and you get the core. So once you get the core, then come down. Now you're able to continue the flank. Good attack on the tanks. Yeah, you're not attacking the BCs here, but these are valuable units, and he's targeting them. So good job, Lurker. Nice micro of your men. And yeah, Penny, you don't want to lose your air here. That was, I would say, a successful attack. We'll be getting the probe here in a turn or two. But you knock out the wall, and really, Axis, if they're going to re-wall, you probably use this one or this one as your base. probably lift this science facility away, but look, the physics was just destroyed down here. So that must have been from the Goliaths or a France drop. So UK being putting pressured on both BCs. They know that Russia just attacked. He's not in a position to attack. Guys talking about the game here. That's nice. You get a cast and you get the commentary from players. Napoleon getting his drop down quickly, and now Lurker is responding, hopefully with a bigger drop. It looks about even, just that the Allies don't have BCs there. So because the Axis have what looks like about 14, 16 BCs, that's able to clear it. Yeah, too many BCs, and hopefully this is enough troops to go up north. Upgrade still being taken by UK. He's got 3-1, so he's looking to pick up his last 2 armor if he can before the rest gets taken. So he's going to make that a priority. That is Penny. If you're a tank here, you go ahead and right-click on this fortification, so it starts hitting this. You don't care about the missile turret as much. You start hitting this and then move up as soon as it's destroyed. Go ahead and clear out the rest of UK. Africa, first wall taken out, but second wall a little bit of trouble with. Looked like he comboed a drop there. This is what the double wall is used for. Goliath being able to retain Africa. Keeps the barracks. Pumping men. Still got his original 2 SCVs. Doing quite a lot of work. Right now, Spain can be just focused on doing aggression. Here's another drop. He's just going to continue to fill the 10 of these drops. Keeps the tanks at home, so keeps that sort of defense. Has a few fire bats, so he does have some defenses here. But because Algeria hasn't been taken by France, and you have Ireland, you feel that sense of control that you can keep pushing, and they're going to be very happy with this drop. Knocks out a BC, going to clear out the rest of UK. The 1 upgrade finished, so UK will be stuck at 3-2, which is pretty good. It's, you know, that's where you want to be at this point. But Spain really should be focused on driving up north and then get rid of this Scotland city, starve UK as much as possible. Let's take a look for where the airports are. He's got one here. Here he's got another one. SCVs made. So he's going to do like Frost does and has his airports around this area and a bunch of SCVs. So he's kind of taken after his fellow die player. Frankly, it's a good move. You're in one of the safest parts of the map, and if UK gets dropped and taken, then you know it's not the end of the world. You still have production and you have healing for your air units, and you just make that your new base. Focus on Africa. If UK gets retaken, you can bring your air around and try to swing the game back in your guys' favor. This is the raft that he's working with. A couple are damaged, so he's probably going to bring them back here to get healed while building some more. Going to keep maxing out this. And the starport is getting lifted out, so very valuable. I would probably myself, because there's 4,600 here, I would probably lift it to around here and then start pumping. That way if USA gets taken, then you can go ahead and lift it out into this area and carry it away. But that's just what I would personally do. Penny being a little more cautious with the starport. Gonna go ahead and swing this one all the way over here. You may or may not build another starport. We'll have to see. I personally, if I can avoid it, I don't want to build another starport, but sometimes it's inevitable. He's just got the one pumping right now. That's why I'd keep the other one landed. You want to keep 2 starports building, like while you still have the wells and you still have tax. 242 for gunner. Italian BCs. 3 of them, all of them are around half health to 3/4. Very unique bunker position here by Napoleon. burn, very smart. Then you go up and take the rest. Controlling this area is important because D-Day does spawn right here. So you want to have control of this area when D-Day spawns. It's a really big part of the game. And losing it is sometimes the end for the Allies. So good place to have your buildings right here. Very safe. France trying to take tax. If he can take these taxes, that would be a nice bump in his income, especially Athens. You don't have Turkey, you don't have Algeria because of the heavy focus being put down there. If Waff knew that these Italian BCs were here, he probably would just go Turkey or would go with Russia. But I don't know if he knows these are here. He knows there's a new wall. There, USA is taken. I personally like the move. Like, go ahead and delay the D-Day. They didn't have complete control. They didn't have a whole lot of air that they can stack in this area. Just going ahead and stopping it. Probably a better move. So definitely a lull. Gun doesn't want to attack until he'd prefer to have the D-Day BCs with him, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. Somehow he was able to make men a little bit. 3-3. 3-0. Russian tanks. No infantry upgrades for Germany. 3-2. So it should be just like Norway. No upgrades for Italy. And no upgrades for Spain. It's beastie heavy tanks. There it is. The Sicily drop. Knocks out. If you can get these supply depots, he might cause some supply issue, and he absolutely will. Down to 44 supply. So the Allies knew that they'd try to find some way to exploit that. Do an attack and then be able to quickly make another attack. 290 here for guns. It's about as large as you can get. You can't really get any larger than this. Oh, he's just waiting for his triggers. Still get these spawned even when you're maxed. So you max out the map and then you wait for 3 or 4 turns while you keep getting tanks and air and veterans. Then you attack. There you go. USA retaken. Spain deciding what to do. We're going to see what the answer is. But there we have a drop. Here in Scotland, they're going to try to trigger D-Day. Paradrop attempted by Napoleon, and I don't know if this is going to work. We have Norway coming back in, and D-Day being spawned. BCs versus BCs. You probably want to leave here. Keep the troops and probably just start moving your way up. If it's just the messers, you can fight just the messers, but you can't fight the whole BC and carrier fleet. So good job from Allies being able to get these key units. Gun is going to attack, but I imagine he's going to pull as soon as he sees BCs. Not quite getting the penetration that he wants. Good healing from Goliath. So he's going to see that, and that's not a very successful attack for how big you were. And it sucks because he's going to still be maxed. He has to pull, and he's still going to be close to 200 man count. Wall still remaining. Goliath's going to get his probe shortly. I don't want to start getting that core back again. Maybe these bunkers were in the way of the core, so hey, maybe it was a good idea that these two were knocked out. Just go ahead and build a core there. Well, gunner pausing this, but the Axis do have a firm control. It's really key that Goliath doesn't lose his BCs, so he should keep them relatively close to the eastern front. The farthest he should take them is into the Oslo area, maybe just into this area, but I wouldn't go any further, and then I would rely on Spain and Italy to put aggression. So keep BCs east, have Spain and Italy do some poking attacks, get some drops going on. You can retake the islands here of USA and Canada. You can go ahead and put pressure on Norway because you do have UK, so you can just start putting pressure here, forcing this army to deal with them. Whenever the big army comes, then you go somewhere else. Then you either go into Russia or you can go in here into Egypt, and you kind of keep the allies responding to you. You put pressure, allies respond, you go somewhere else. Allies respond, you go somewhere else. Allies respond, you go somewhere else. Until that moment where they slip, and then that's when you go ahead and get the big team fight. Use the BCs, use the carriers, use your messers, and clean them out. I could just be talking, and Goliath may just go Russia. It's just with Russia, with Germany and Italy here, and Chris being Italy, and Goliath being Germany. I don't see them doing it. I don't think they have enough ground troops to do it either. Bulks very nicely bunked up. Couple of supply depots in front. Probably could put some Protoss buildings here too as well. Although the Protoss buildings are really needed up in this area. Alright, so this game must be winding down to a close. Here the messers heading up to clear USA. Like the play, as long as they don't get caught. They should see that the air is here. If you see the air here, you can't continue putting pressure on USA and Canada. You have to get back down to Ireland and make sure not to get caught, and he just does that. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to have a real fight, and Penny has 6 BCs compared to Goliath's got to have at least 10 or 12. Oh, more than that. He's got like 14, 15, maybe even 16 with the Paris BC. So he's going to go ahead. So he sees the UK being retaken. That's why he's going Russia. Unfortunately for him, the army is way back over here, and it's a long time before you can engage the army. So he's probably just going to take out these buildings, head up to Leningrad, and then possibly go up to Norway. So we're going to have to see how deep they go. And I don't see them being... I think they're going to start pulling back within the next 20 seconds, is what I would say. So let's take a look at the clock. By 4, I think they're going to start pulling back. They're going to clear this out, and then they're going to head back. Hopefully they bring some SCVs, and then you can go ahead and take this industry away. There they are at 4:04. They start turning back. They know the time of how long it takes for the UK air to get back, and they just went, cleared out Russia. That's it, clear out these buildings, and very, very successful attack. It's exactly what you wanted to do. Now you can be focused on retaking UK, or turning on them right now and trying to get this key fight while Russia's not there. You don't want Russia and France there. So it looks like they're going to head back, and there's going to be a 4 times east, and this is going to be the game, and very exciting. So here we're seeing the Protoss. Normally you don't build the Nexuses because they're 200, but didn't have any Protoss buildings, knew they needed the wall up. This wall is going to get absolutely shattered. They're not going to fight up here. This might as well not even exist anymore. They're going to probably fight in this area. They need Spain. Spain is nowhere to be found except for this drop. Well, that's 12 drops and scouts. So Spain should be emptying as well. So good envelopment from Gunner. Also, Penny's been dropped veteran Marines, and the tanks are going to flank around Berlin. It's a good decision to pull back and kind of head back and focus on these tanks, because really your ground can't do too much to stop them, and the air is going to get enveloped, but if it's only tanks, that's not the issue. The issue is going to be is if it's the ground troops as well, like Marines and troops that could shoot up. But here we have the massive air-on-air battle. You possibly want to ally Russia here, so you're just attacking the RAF. BC's pulling, but the carriers need to be in step with the BCs. Here, carriers are pulling back, in a good decision. They're going to get targeted. You want to get back behind the BCs. BCs are going to need to turn eventually, preferably to have some Marines. Chris starting to pump. He's going to try to get some ground troops, but they're going to be taken out by the tanks. Troops that are in Denmark are going to be coming down. You want to have your BCs fighting around them if you do have some ground cover, and they absolutely do. Don't have the mini-map here because this is the entire game. This is the match. Although it's not a match, it's just a tournament game. But here, drops coming in. Lurker looking to drop right into the BCs. He's got it. And the BCs are going to look to retreat back into the water. They have no messengers left. And this air is going to be taking them off with ground shooting up. And good game, Penny, Waff, Lurker, Gunner. You closed it out against the big air advantage of Goliath. Chris and Napoleon. Whoa. I love it. I love these comeback victories. Axis was in firm control of that game. And, yeah, just excellent, excellent comeback Allies plays. Lurker being everywhere he needs to be. Gunner knowing when to mass, when to attack. And look at Nap. Firm number 2. And as I said in other videos, if you're very high on this scoreboard, normally the Axis win this. But here, Napoleon controlling UK and Algeria for a good part of the game, not being able to win this game. So he had the resources, decent kills.